be talking about my leadership style and also what I learned from Brenne Brown's leadership podcast that is called Dare to Lead. I am going to discuss vulnerability, authenticity, and compassion through this vlog of mine, and how at times we feel that vulnerability is weakness and not courage. I think for me, being vulnerable and authentic and also very compassionate and loving people has been one of my strongest traits in emerging as a leader, because people think that I'm authentic and they trust me with their stories, and then they become closer to me, and I think that is a really great way to connect and build trust in everybody that you work with, whether it is professionally or personally. So like I was saying, that I have discovered that vulnerability is not my weakness, it is my superpower. I realize that when I openly share my challenges, admit when I don't have all the answers, or share my personal story with people, it actually inspires trust and connection in others. I also noticed that my compassion and genuine respect for others, seeing no one as beneath me, is core part of how I lead. It allows me to lift people around me, listen deeply, and create an environment that everyone feels valued. So listening to Brenne and discussing the toxic culture made me reflect on the environments I create. I realize that when I lean into my vulnerability, it encourages others to speak up and take thoughtful risks and share their stories with me without any fear. This self-awareness has shown me how much influence I can have on culture around me simply by being authentic and compassionate. Before this week, I did actually know that trust, authenticity, and psychological safety are essential to effective leadership. I understand that teams perform best when people feel safe to be themselves, and that leaders who model honesty, empathy, and openness create resilient, engaged, and motivated teams. What I didn't fully realize until this week was that vulnerability can be used intentionally as a leadership strategy. By embracing discomfort, leaning into tough conversations, and showing up authentically in challenging situations, I can actively prevent fear-based or toxic culture from taking hold on everybody. So coming to the question of how leadership will be redefined, I think this new understanding is in my leadership style. I am going to make some changes, and those changes are that I will continue to share my story and challenges to model vulnerability as a strength and not a weakness. And I will also encourage others to be courageous and come out and be open. And I'm going to inspire my team members to take risks, share ideas, and then learn from their own mistakes. No one is perfect, and I think I am actually going to be open about that. Even if I make mistakes, like even during this vlog, I'm not perfect, I'm not flawless, and I think I am not going to do a lot of takes on this video. I would absolutely encourage feedback and try to be learning through just authentic, raw videos, and try to learn from my mistake. Next time is always I think I'll be better next time. I'm also going to foster compassion and respect. I will approach everyone with empathy and equity, ensuring no one feels undervalued or dismissed. Everyone is equal, and I think we should see everyone at par with us. We should not think that, we have gone to school or we have degrees or whatever. I mean, everyone comes from a different situation, and we should treat everyone as a unique individual with their own gifts, and we should support that and respect that, and make the other person feel so comfortable that they can be vulnerable with you and come and tell you about themselves. I think that is what will help us build trust in our teams, in our clients, in wherever we go. And another thing that I will be redefining in my leadership style is to proactively address conflict. Yes, I have taken notes and I am reading from them. I will tackle difficult conversations with honesty and care, reinforcing trust and accountability. I'm going to give space to everybody and be there as a good listener and not judge people, but give them the time to deal with their own emotions, and so that they are safe in my company and they can have difficult conversations with me. Also, I think I would model courageous behavior by consistently demonstrating vulnerability, authenticity, and compassion. And I am going to create a culture that is where people feel safe and empowered and are motivated to grow. In the past, I have shut down a few friends, shut down a few co-workers and team members because I thought that, I think because of my hurts and my traumas, but I would try and approach situations with more empathy and equity so that no one feels devalued or dismissed in my company.